everybody. Welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for some more science, space, and tech news to share with you. And I came across this. That's Science Alert. Yes. Exercise reverses specific age-related brain changes in mice. Maybe you should take a leaf out of a mouse's book then. Yes. I need exercise and I need my brain reversed. All right, so regular physical activity can offer major rejuvenation powers, helping people retain strength as they age while buffering against illness and injury. As a growing body of research suggests, this includes valuable protection throughout our bodies, including our brains. Now, according to a new study by researchers from the University of Queensland in Australia, exercise can slow or even prevent cognitive decline in mice with a profound and selective effect on certain types of brain cells. So the old adage, healthy body and healthy mind and all that, is now being proved, by science. Fascinating. On top of demonstrating such an intriguing phenomenon in a fellow mammal, the new study also sheds light on how this effect is triggered inside the brains of physically active mice. Now, studies have suggested similar benefits for humans, but many of the mechanisms driving the effects remain poorly understood, note the authors of the new study. Research like this can yield valuable insights on exactly how exercise bolsters the brain. Yeah, I think we've known for quite a while that's the case, but now we're getting around the point to close to, to the point where we're proving the benefits of exercise to our mind. We also know that it helps with depression. So this is just an extension of that. Again, I'm not a brain scientist myself. I'm not any kind of scientist. I just love sharing all this kind of news. And if there are any brain scientists out there or exercise physiologists, please feel free to comment because we'd love to hear from you. And as usual, I'll leave the link to the main article below the video so you can pop in, check out the embedded links, go for a bit of a deeper dive beyond the main article if you feel the urge. Yes. Now, the researchers examined the effects of exercise and aging on gene expression in specific types within the hippocampus, a complex brain structure involved with learning and memory. Yes, groups of young and old mice aged 3 or 18 months were engaged in either sedentary or active lifestyles, with the latter getting exercise via a running wheel. Aging affected all types of brain cells, but seemed to affect more some than others, explains study co-author Jana Vukovic. Yes, very interesting. Here's a little video, and I think we should watch it. It says, what does exercise do to your brain? From Live Science. Let's have a little look at it, and then we'll carry on the conversation when we come out the other side. that was really interesting and informative. I thought that's again, you know, it's really just expanding on stuff we already knew and getting the knowledge down and understanding more. And as I said, I just think it's quite incredible, just amazing. We found that aging significantly alters the gene expression of all cell types in the brain, but had greatest impact on the microglia, which are immune cells of the central nervous system that support brain function, says Vukovic, a neuroimmunologist at the University of Queensland's Biomedical Sciences and Queensland Brain Institute. I'm glad they've actually got one in Queensland. I was going to say a brain, but if you've ever been to Queensland, I lived there for quite a while. No, I'm only joking, Queenslanders. You give us a hard time about being bloody New South Welshmen, so the state of New South Wales, so we always, it's only a friendly rivalry, yes, in theory. That you should see the football that we have between the two states, the state of origin. That gets entertaining sometimes. Sells lots of beer. Those changes aren't set in stone, however. When older mice exercised, the study found their microglia looked more like those of younger mice. A snapshot of microglia green in an aging mouse brain, extending their cellular processes to monitor and support the nerve cell function from the University of Queensland. That's interesting. Fascinating. Our research showed that exercise in the form of a running wheel for the mice reverted the gene profile of aged microglia to patterns seen in younger versions of the microglia cells, Vukovic said. Now, while aging broadly affected other types of brain cells to some degree, exercise elicited a narrower counteracting effect on them, notes lead author Solal Choquet from the University of Queensland's Institute for Molecular Bioscience. See, I'm not a scientist. I can't even pronounce molecular. My brain's operating on half a Biden today. Molecular Bioscience. Yes. Now, microglia were the only type of brain cells that showed a significant reversal of changes brought about by aging, Choquet says. Now, along with various changes in brain cells caused by aging, older mice had higher levels of T cells in the hippocampus, the study found. T cells are white blood cells with big responsibilities targeting foreign intruders. Is that where somebody lives rent-free in your head? Fascinating. Foreign intruder. You're thinking about them constantly. Yeah, it's fascinating. But the researchers aren't quite sure why they were more prevalent in the brains of older mice. Nonetheless, physical activity was associated with a decrease in this age-related surge of T cells, hinting at another possible avenue for exercise to counteract the effects of aging. Now, giving the mice access to a running wheel prevented or reduced the presence of T cells in the hippocampus, a part of the brain involved with memory and learning during aging, Vukovic says. Now, this shows that exercise reduces a process associated with aging in mice. Now, while a mouse study can merely hint at potential benefits for people, this still provides an important service, Vukovic adds. Future studies may rely on findings like these to uncover new insights about our brains, some of which might one day help us to evade old age a little longer. I know myself, as I'm getting on in years, believe it or not, by the size of me, I've become more active lately. I was injured a number of years ago and finally got surgery almost 12 months ago for a total hip replacement. And it's taken 12 months to basically get back on my feet, so hopefully I'll lose quite a bit of weight. But I'm now much more active, and I feel a hell of a lot better for it. Not just physically, but much more mentally alert too, which is absolutely amazing. It's also helping me get better sleep, except the last couple of nights have been a bit off. But at one point I was getting 6 bad nights and 1 good night's sleep. Now I'm getting 6 good nights sleep and 5 or 6 good nights sleep and maybe 1 or 2 rough ones. But then the temperature's freezing here in Australia because we're going into winter. Not as much as, Canada or Antarctica or something, but yeah, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. But if I rug up, I'm perfectly fine. So I'm getting, just light exercise, being a bit more active. It's, again, benefits physically, but also benefits mentally too to your cognitive function, along with a good night's sleep. Now, our findings in mice provide a platform for research into the human brain and aging, she says. Yes, further research could eventually develop therapeutic ways to target specific cell types to combat aging of the brain. The study was published in Aging Cell. Absolutely amazing. Nothing that we didn't already suspect, I guess. But, you know, we're getting closer to confirming that exercise is good for your brain as well as your body. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care. And as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
my brain hurts!